of preventative medicine for adult diseases. By the way, this is the largest and most prestigious group of doctors in Asia, 6,500. That's the first ionizer they've ever endorsed. It's got all the credentials, and it's the only one that's licensed as a medical equipment. It's the Mercedes-Benz, okay? And I say this because when I bought mine, it was for my health, for my wife, for my daughter, you know, for my family. When I bought my mom, it was for my mom's health. And at the end of it, okay, you have to ask your tax man, the whole thing was tax deductible for me. Because, you know, what they do. Now, I'm going to ask you all a question. If you're going to purchase something for your health, your wife, your husband, your kids, your family, and your mom, what unit are you going to look for out there? Yeah, I mean, you're going to go shopping for price? It's your mom. She can take you out of this world, okay? She put you in this world, you know what I mean? You got to get the best for your mom. That's what I thought when I bought my unit. I'm just letting you know. It was the best, you know. We're not talking $1 bazillion here, but every unit in the marketplace compares themselves to this one. Oh, we're just like that one, except we're half price. Oh, we're $1,000 cheaper. Oh, we're just like that one, except we're cheaper. No, you're cheaper because you're cheaper. There's no such thing as the same and cheap. You're looking at the Benz of the industry. Number one, it makes 5 types of water. This unit right here makes water that if you have a kitchen stove, the top, you know, becomes greasy, and you put Windex and 409, you know, you spray it with Fantastic, use all of it, okay, and you wipe it. And then you take the water from here, and you spray the other side. It will out-clean the oil better, faster than anything you have in your kitchen. How many people here know I'm telling the truth? It's factual. Look at that. That ain't a water filter. I mean, it was, when I first saw that, I'm going, and you're going to see it live. I mean, it's unbelievable. So let's make sure we're on the right page here, okay? It's approved as a medical device by the Japanese Ministry of Health and Welfare. And it's designed to last 20 to 25 years. And do you know how they know it lasts this long? By the units that are out in the marketplace. This is not a one-year-old company that's telling you their unit will last 10 years. How do they know? This one, they know. It's out there right now. All right? Now, here's the 3 things it has. Antioxidant, microcluster, alkaline. I knew nothing about any of these when I kind of knew about antioxidant. All right? So, but let me show you some of the things about it. Number 1, the property, when normal tap water, regular tap water goes through this machine, it turns it, one of the properties when it comes out, the water you're drinking has antioxidant. And by the way, the highest antioxidant liquid that we've been able to find on the planet. All right? If you don't know what oxidation is, that's what wreaks havoc in your DNA system. Okay? That's what everybody. And as a matter of fact, if you don't know, if you take an avocado, like tomorrow, like a day like today, cut it in half, put it in your kitchen table, go shopping, come back. You will know what oxidation is. And if you don't believe the avocado, go get a banana, he'll tell you the same thing, okay? So will lettuce. You know, it turns brown. It's called oxidation. Well, that and that, okay, oxidation and living tissue always equal this. Sickness and aging. As a matter of fact, you want to slow the aging process down, slowing down oxidation will slow this down faster than anything you can do. Wow. Now, I'm not an engineer, but this unit, when the water goes through it, it filters it, it charges it, it splits it. You can read about it, all right? And it's got some kind of technology in here that makes it the highest antioxidant liquid we've been able to find. I'll show you what we looked at. Okay. Also, it's anti-inflammatory. That's why it helps with gout. That's why it helps with inflammation issues. That's why it helps people that have some kind of like edema. It really helps them out. And it's anti-aging. It's got anti-aging properties. It actually has the ability to slow down the aging process. Why? Because the water, as you'll see in number 2, has the ability to get to your cells and clean them. And healthy cells always produce healthy cells. All right? Here's our founder, Mr. Oshiro. Okay? This is our business advisor for the U.S. Whenever we ask new people, how old do you think he is? What? 45, 50, 55, 60, whatever. How about him? 65, 70, 75, okay? As a matter of fact, if you're with him, you will not think he's over. He was just with us the other day. Energy, I mean, skin, and when he's with his wife, you won't think he's over 50. Unbelievable energy. And the reason I say this is because both of these guys are the same age. They're both 68. The only difference is he is older than him. He turned 68 back St. Patrick's Day. Okay? Now look at this. Now I don't know if this is true. I have no clue. I heard he runs 5 miles a day. I don't think so. But I know this guy probably doesn't even drive 5 miles a day. Just kidding. Look at the difference. And when George asked him, Mr. Oshiro, how come you look like that? How come your energy is so far up? He said 2 things. Number one, I've been drinking this water for over 2 decades. First, he said, try to keep stress down. He's been drinking this water 3 to 4 liters a day for over 2 decades. The water has a very high oxidation reduction potential. I knew nothing about this. And I see several doctors here that are good friends of mine. There's doctors all over the room, all right? And they know about this. I never knew anything about this. Here, this is what we checked, though. The worst one we found is soda. For the things you ingest, that's the worst one. It's plus 400 in oxidation. It's one of the fastest things that oxidize. But you know, if you want to get old fast, drink a lot of soda. You'll get there first. You win. All right? Or if you want to be like one of my cousins who's been drinking soda morning, night, before she sleeps, when she wakes up, all day long. A couple of years ago, they had to, every one of her toes to operate to straighten them out. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's acidic. I have no clue. I'm not a doctor, but again, that's the worst one we found. Sports drinks, some of the tap water we've been led to believe that's supposed to be good for us. We found out. You read the news. Now, if you take a meter and go here, it goes to plus. If you go to vitamin C, it goes to negative 50 approximately in antioxidant. Green tea is right there. Look at that. About negative 80 somewhere. You have all the berries here. And then the highest one we found is called cod liver oil. You know what? If you could drink a pitcher of cod liver oil every day, it's very good for you, okay? You'll probably slip and slide everywhere, but it's good for you, all right? Now, take a look at Kangen water. It goes all the way from negative 300, negative 400. I've seen it as high as negative 700 and 800 in antioxidant. That's the highest one we've found. There's nothing higher than that. What you're drinking right there. And it's great tasting because all it is water. So again, that's the first thing. The second property it has, and I was talking to a nutritionist this last week for some of the major sports teams out there who's talking to me about hydration. And I'm finally starting to really understand this. Microcluster. The water is microcluster. In other words, you're drinking tiny water. And when I first heard that, I said, you know, what are you, nuts? I asked Dr. Lee, there's big water and small water? You know, because he's an MIT PhD and all that, right? And he goes, yeah, of course. You're telling me there's big water and small water. And he said, there's all different sizes waters. As a matter of fact, you've made small water before. And I went, okay. What are you talking about? He goes, have you ever boiled a pan of water? Right? Have you ever boiled a pan of water and left the room and forget about it? And you came back and you were cooking nothing but a pan? Where do you think the water went? As you heat water, by the way, it gets smaller and smaller. Then it becomes something called steam. And steam will disappear. Well, the water you're drinking is microcluster water. It has the ability to penetrate you at a cellular level. Let me tell you what happens when you drink the water. It hydrates your brain in approximately 30 to 60 seconds. That's why some people, when you first drink it, you think you have a headache. You get a head rush. Okay? You don't have a headache. It hydrates your brain in 30 to 60 seconds. Second, it has the ability to touch every part of your skin in approximately 10 minutes or so. Look what it did for my skin. It's unbelievable. You should see what it's doing to all the skin of my friends' teenage daughters and sons who had really bad acne. Down in San Diego, up in San Francisco, you ought to see their skin after 30 to 60 days. It's because of the water. The water has the ability, here, this is the best way for me to explain it to you, okay? Let's say you were at the baseball field and there was a chain link fence and you threw baseballs at it. It's going to come back. It can't go through the fence. if you took some BBs, it's going to go through it. This water that you're drinking has the ability to penetrate you, and it's unbelievable water. And by the way, water, this one, you know, I knew about this, but not like I know about it today, right? You know, take a look at this. That's the most important thing here. See, we're taught that, yeah, we're all water and all this. Let me tell you what I wasn't taught, all right? How you flush this right here, this machine, will determine how it ages and what it gets and how it performs. Well, you know, it's sort of common sense. Have you ever seen two people that own the same exact vehicle, same year? Have you ever seen two vehicles? One owner took care of it, one owner did not. Okay? Have you ever seen two yards or two homes in the same neighborhood? One took taken care of, one not. Okay? I mean, what I'm trying to tell you is, it's common sense. All right? If you have a car and you change the oil every 3,000 miles, it will last longer and perform better as it ages. If you have an aquarium and you change the water every month instead of every year, the fish will probably live longer. All right? You know, anything you flush will be cleaner. Question, what are you flushing this with? Because we're not taught that. All right? And by the way, it is the most important thing in your body. And then the last thing is, wow, this one I had no clue about. Alkaline. Let me tell you this. When Dr. Carpenter first put this up there, or George put this, I thought he was talking about batteries. The first thing that went into my mind was Duracell, Eveready. Even the batteries I buy at Costco, they're called Kirkland. They say alkaline. That's the first time I've ever seen this word. I'm not educated like my partners. I have partners, Dr. Zia. They're all like PhDs. Their letters. They have letters all over their offices. I don't have anything. I have like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods. That's my. I do have a PhD, by the way. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's a public high school diploma. Okay, that's the truth. Okay, now. When I saw alkaline, I didn't know body had alkaline and all this, but let me show you what I found out in 2 years, okay? And by the way, all the information I'm going to be giving you is accurate. You can Google it. All the information will come back the same. You can go to the library. The information will come back. You can ask some of the doctors. They'll all tell you basically the same things, okay? Let me show you what I've learned. Alkaline in your body always equals health. I never knew that. That's why my new cards say, alkaline in the back, okay? Acid in your body always equals sickness. I never knew that. Why? Because that's where they thrive. That's where they grow. That's what activates them, okay? Acid is what causes all the problems right here. Now, here's another thing I found out. Human disease cannot survive in an alkaline state. It's like trying to plant an orchid in the North Pole. It ain't going to happen, all right? Here's another thing. When a child's first born, they're alkaline. I never knew that. We wanted to find out why. Because the mom's amniotic fluid is alkaline, pure alkaline. And guess what? The child is in there for 9 months. When they come out, they're alkaline. When a human being dies, they're acidic. Now, I'm going to say this one more time. When you're born, when you die, that is called a clue. You want to go here. Here, think about this. When a young person cuts themselves or scrapes themselves, they heal faster. When an old person cuts themselves or or scrapes themselves, they heal slower. Old people never have energy. They're always young people. Anybody here have kids or grandchildren? When are you going to go to sleep? Go upstairs. Quit running around the house. Where are you getting all this energy? Geez, would you please sit down for just 1 minute? Anybody here? They're like ping pong balls. Why? They're alkaline. Now, when you drink this water, the energy you get is